Hello dear students, today I am going to teach you consumers equilibrium chapter 2nd. That is, first of all, what is the meaning of consumers equilibrium? So equilibrium denotes the states of no change or a position of rest where the consumers get maximum benefits under certain given situation. So in the situation of equilibrium, customer always most satisfied with a particular commodities, and they don't want to any change in the choices of a quality of a product as well as quantity of the product. So, and or in other words, equilibrium is that point when the consumer does not want to change his level of consumption. So it is only depends on the customer choice how much he wants consume of a particular product. So in the position of equilibrium, he don't want to change the level of consumption of a particular production. So if they consume according to their choice, they don't want to change the consumption level. So at this point he gets maximum satisfaction. It means in the position of equilibrium, he always get to maximum satisfaction of a particular production. So in these two different situation of a consumer equilibrium, so first is when a consumer expends his entire income on a single commodity, and second is when a consumer expends his entire income on a two commodities. So first of all, consumers equilibrium, in the case of expanding entire income of a single commodity. In this situation, I already taught you the law of diminishing. It is very easy topic. So in marginal utility, it means the additional utility of a product. It means I already explained with the examples of chapatis. You all guys remember. So to explain law of diminishing marginal utility, to explain the consumer's equilibrium in the case of a single commodity. In this situation, all the assumption of the law of diminishing marginal utility will be the assumptions of consumer equilibrium in the case of single commodity. In short, their assumptions we assume of a law of diminishing marginal utility in the case of consumer equilibrium is the period of a consumption must be in the same. If we use a single commodity, so the period of a single commodity of a particular production, the consumption must be same. If like I give you example, like in winter season, we all use cold creams. So we know we know Nivea is very common product in common cream for winter season. So in this winter season, the customer consume 3 or 4 months Nivea cream. So it is because they more satisfied the quality of a product. Then second is a unit of commodity must be similar in size, quality and quantity. So if we use a customer consume of one commodity, they always want to similar size, quality and quantity of a production. They don't want to change these three factors. So third is mental state of a consumer should remain the same. That is very important. Mental state, when we go to market and desire to buy a particular product, that is first very important. That is a mental state. What do you want to buy according to customer choice as well as according to customer desire. So, and fourth is time period of a consumption should not be too long. Every person want to consume a product according to their choice and according to their season, according to their trend. so they don't want to consume too long or too long period of a particular production. That fifth is the price of commodity should remain the same. That is very important. The price is a very important factor whenever we go in generally whenever we go to market. We emphasize the price of a product. Everyone want to buy a product that is according to their pocket, or according to their pocket. So price is very important to whenever we purchase a single commodity. Then a consumer purchasing a single commodity will meet the equilibrium at a point where he buying such a quantity of that commodity which gives him maximum satisfaction. In single commodity, whenever when equilibrium condition will arise when the customer buying buying a quantity according to good quantity of a product. If we purchase a good quantity of a product, it means they are maximum satisfied of a product. Then second point is consumer equilibrium in the case of two commodities. First, recently I taught in a case of single commodity, and I will explain. Next is in the case of two commodities. A consumer generally consumes more than one commodity. As such, the law of equimarginal. Whenever we purchase two commodities, it conditions arises equimarginal. Equimarginal utility help a consumer to get maximum satisfaction by expanding his income on more than two commodity. In the case of single commodity, the customer only expand their income only in one commodity. But in two commodities, customer have a choice of a different commodity, so they expanding a income more than one commodity. It means two commodities. So in the case of consumers equilibrium under two commodities, a consumer wants to expand his money income between two commodities in such a way that they get maximum satisfaction. So the customer at a time the customer buy two commodities and they feel more satisfied to use two commodities. In other words, the consumer gets maximum satisfaction only when they obtain equimarginal utility from two different goods purchased at a time. If we purchase goods at the same time, it means they satisfied in both commodities. Very simple. In a case of single commodity, we use marginal utility, and we expand the money. Customer expand the money only on one commodity. And consumer equilibrium in the case of two commodities, that we use in this case we use a equimarginal utility. And in equimarginal utility, as well as customer also have a choice of use one more commodities, but there more in both cases the main motive of a seller or of a company or of a manufacturing company, that is only a maximum satisfaction. The next point is demand. That is very important topic for your exam. So our desire for a commodity becomes demand when it is associated with resources to buy such commodity, and at the same time willingness to buy it. So in demand whenever when customer buy a product, that it depends on the willingness of a customer as well as desire of the customer. If they need to purchase a particular product, so it depends on the I think it depends on the customer mood, as well as it depends on the willingness of a customer. So that's an effective desire which can be fulfilled, the called demand. So if you have a effective desire to buy are different product, it means it means is called a demand, and it's a determinants of a demand, how demand effect in a market. So first is the price of a commodity. I already explained price is very important factor to in economics. First, price of commodity. When there is an increase in a commodities price, the demand for it falls, and when there is a decrease the commodity price of the demand or its rises. So in this point, there's two keywords is very important. That is a increase and decrease. Whenever the price of a particular product will be increased, so the demand of a particular product will be decreased, and if the price will be decreased, so the demand of the particular product will be increased. That is a vice versa of it in two conditions. रेट बढ़ेगा तो डिमांड घटेगी, डिमांड और रेट कम होगा तो डिमांड बढ़ेगी. Then second is change in price of a substitute goods. Substitute good, it means alternate goods. If we use in alternate way. That is, substitute goods are those goods which can be used in place one another for satisfying a particular want. Like example is tea and coffee. If in example, if tea rates will be increased, so customer want to use coffee rather than tea, because the tea rate is increased and coffee rate is a decrease. That third is price of complementary goods. So complementary goods refer to those goods which are used together. Complementary means you use together one, it means we use one product with another product for satisfying a want. So as tea and sugar, without sugar we don't prepare tea. So bread and butter, that is very common example. Pen and ink and refill, that both are complementary. Without one we can't use pen. So car and petroleum, if you have car but you have don't petroleum, it means car is useless, and so on. If the price of a complementary commodity rises, it will result in a fall of demand for a given commodity. If any one product, the price of a one product will be rise, it means the second product will be effect in the market. If let example, if the petroleum rate will be increased, so definitely the car the car running on the road will be decreased. So fourth is consumer taste and preferences. That is very important topic, because all want customer, whenever customer go to market, they want to buy a product according to their taste and according to their preferences. The consumer taste and preferences directly affect the demand for a commodity. It like example is, if we go in winter, in winter we use sweater and jackets, and when winter season start, definitely we will go to market and buy a woolen clothes according to their choice and according to their trend and taste also. So it depends in the choice of a particular customers. Then fifth is hope of change in price in